Another question from the audience. At times, our local government seems to represent the interests of themselves rather than the people of Grand Forks. How can this be remedied going forward so that it's not seen as the good old boys club?
My turn.
It is.
See, I don't have an agenda. Maybe population growth is my agenda. You know, as an obstetrician, so I'm interested in people having more babies, healthy babies. So maybe I am serving my own agenda. I have to look at that again. I do see when people are not involved. Before I was elected mayor, I didn't trust government, and then I got elected mayor. I'm still skeptical sometimes about what happens. But we have our legislative body, our executive branch, and our judicial branch, and we work together to do the best that we can. And I would hope that we're very transparent. You can't do anything in this town. You can't walk across the street before somebody knows why are you crossing the street, what's going on here. So I think that transparency is important. It's important to have a plan, as Grant Strand said. And I think it's just, I don't see that as, I think we're too transparent and too small for people to actually take advantage of that without being called out. So, and I think people come to city council, express their opinion. I mean, that's why we have an open process. That's why we're on TV. And that's why you can always come in and visit with us.
Again, the question is, at times our local government seems to represent the interests of themselves rather than the people of Grand Forks. How can this be remedied going forward so that it is not seen as the good old boys club?
Well, the way we do things now is we elect people who say the words we want them to say, and we hope that they'll carry out what they promise to carry out. In some communities, they actually do it a different way. They ask the community, what kinds of things do you want to be included on the agenda for the next 2 or 4 years? And then they pick people to carry those things out. I think we can move towards that. And the way to do that is to ask people, what is good about Grand Forks and what do we need to keep? And what can Grand Forks improve on? And how can we get there? Putting that into a long-term strategic vision or plan in order to hold accountable all the people that are on council and all the people that are involved in government. And that's something that I'm committed to doing. One thing to note is that the people that are representing us don't really represent, they don't look like us. All the people on council, including myself, of course, are male. About half the population is female. 58.5% of the population in Grand Forks is actually under the age of 35. And we see very few people involved in government that are that young. And so I think the way that you deal with that is partly encouraging people to run. You should run for office if you've ever thought about it. It's not as hard as you think. It's a lot of fun. But also we need to have a long-term strategic plan that includes everyone in the community and not just the few and the few's interests. So I think that's something that I've already explained I'm committed to doing.
I would agree the person who made that complaint should run for office. And I'm very pleased to see the caliber and quality of people that we have running in this election. Because the first when we were elected, people wouldn't run, and you're just so disappointed people don't care. And now we're seeing more interest and more enthusiasm. So I'm very encouraged. We set the climate to let that happen.
Care to rebut?